So when did you start playing the flute?
I was really young, actually. Maybe a bit too young. I was 7, but I just turned 7, so I was really little.
I think I started when I was 10, but I was quite big.
Good age.
You know, I could have started a bit younger maybe, but I really knew that I wanted to do it.
So what made you want to learn the flute?
I remember when I was sort of 9 or something, my parents said, because I learnt the piano and I hated the piano.
I hated the piano.
And I was terrible at it.
Me too.
And anyway, they were like, oh, you know, do you want to learn an instrument? And I said, I want to learn the flute, and I've got no idea why.
You just knew.
I just knew. But then my grandma took me to see James Galway, because he was playing in a town near where my parents live. And I got a tape. I think they got me a tape for my birthday. And I thought I thought it was the best thing ever, you know. And it was fantastic. And I went to the concert with my grandma, and it was just amazing. And my dad dropped me and my grandma off to watch this concert, and he hung around at the stage door before the concert and got James Galway to sign my tape. I've still got it.
You've still got it. Excellent.
Yeah, it was so inspiring. What about you?
I went to my brother played the double bass, and I had to go along to one of his school concerts. So I was dragged along, and I remember this whole experience very vividly.
Yeah. You've got a very vivid memory, haven't you?
I do, yeah.
And imagination.
I do.
Which is good.
I do. But this is all true.
I did make it up.
But this is particularly clear. I remember being so bored, and it was in a school gym. And I remember I was so bored that I was counting the rungs of the climbing thing in the gym. And then this girl came on with this, you know, with a flute. And the minute I saw it, my mum says, you know, that I sort of turned round, you know, wide-eyed, like, what's that? So obviously I like the look of it.
Yeah. Shiny thing.
And then I heard her, you know, the flute, and I was just like, you know, absolutely transfixed.
Yeah.
A moment of, you know. And after that, I badgered my parents. You know,
and you were 4?
I was 4. I badgered them to the point of insanity. Yeah, relentless. Every Christmas, every birthday as well. I was too young and too small and I was really little for my age. So
and they didn't really like you didn't really get curved head joints, or they just weren't really.
I
hadn't seen one until I was really started teaching. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know when they came. They might have been around, but
wasn't aware of them. Yeah. And then once we went to a music shop. I thought my luck was in. You know, I think I was 5, and I came away with a fife. You know, and I remember saying, "Thank you, Mummy. Thank you, Daddy." And we walked back. This was Tottenham Court Road.
Yeah.
You know those shops down there.
Yeah.
And I remember we were walking back to Euston Station, and I hovered behind them a little bit as they were walking. Yeah. And I just silently, you know, cried.
Oh, that's tragic!
Because it wasn't a flute, you know. I was like, it's not the same.
It's not shiny.
Yeah. And I was like, I think I like drop kicked it when I got home. I actually think I sort of took out some of my frustration on this poor 5, like banging it against my pillow and stuff, and you know, was not interested in that.
No. So when did you actually try? When did you actually? What can you remember?
I mean, it went on and on. I mean, seriously, you know, I get a bit fixated on things.
Yeah.
And I listened to flute players. I drew cartoons of flutes.
Wow.
I was 6, and my mum and dad had spoken to the local music service, Milton Keynes Music Service, and they had said they would give me a consultation lesson.
Yeah.
Just to shut me up. And let me know when they thought I could start. So I went along to this consultation lesson with this wonderful teacher, Robert Clark, an oboist. I remember I walked in the room, and it was I saw a flute, you know, on the side, and that's all I could think about. He did say that you need to be able to cover the keys.
Yeah.
And so when you are big enough to get out a bottom C, I will teach you. And I thought, oh, okay. So I was like, gimme! So I held it, and honestly, I think I dislocated every, my hands were like this, to try and I gave it my all.
Yeah.
And I got out a bottom C.
Well, that's impressive.
And you know what? I couldn't play one for ages later. I mean, there was some magic.
Aww.
True to his word, he was like, oh, I have to teach you.
The rest is history.
It's the best thing ever. Yeah. So what about you? When did you get your flute?
Oh, I remember getting my flute. It was a momentous day. We went to there was a music shop. We went to our local music shop, and I got a Trevor James flute. And it was such a special day, I remember being really excited, and just so excited that it was the day that I was getting my flute. And I remember taking it home, and I was just obsessed with the case as well. And it was one of the velvet, and it was one of those cases as well with the clips, the metal clip with
old
school. And I just used to love undoing the clips and opening it, and there was my flute. It was like, the whole thing was just amazing. And I remember my friend, saying to my friends, that lived on our street, I'm getting a new flute, and I've got my new flute. They saw the car pull up, when we came back, and they knew that it was a really big deal. And and they were like, can we see your flute? Can we see it? And I was like, yes, but you can't come in. You have to. I was so paranoid about anybody touching it, because I was so, it was just such a massive.
Breathe on my flute.
It was so precious to me that I let them all. They all came and stood at the front of the house and looked in our living room window, and I put the flute on the windowsill and opened the box so they could see it, so they could look at it through the glass.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I know, because I was like, there was no way I was going to take it outside. No way. And and I thought I'd drop it or something. So
they weren't allowed in.
No. Well,
No.
I don't know why I did that. I don't know. It just seems like
I've got this lovely picture of us there, the row of
they were
kids,
like,
and just like the big reveal.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
Oh, that's lovely.
I loved it. So, I don't think I had a trial lesson like you. I think I knew what I wanted, and we went to that. I knew that I wanted to play. I've been to that James Galway concert, and it was just so inspiring, and I just knew that and that was it. I think I just tried it in the shop, and I could make a noise on it, and then they were like, fine.
Brilliant.
It was brilliant. But I did do it when I was older. I mean, I think physically, and I played the recorder a lot. I loved doing that at school, and I used to go to recorder club.
Recorder club. Yes.
And I was always one piece ahead in the book. And everyone else, I used to practice.
You were that one.
I was that annoying child that used to practice, in bed on the recorder.
It's good to learn the recorder first, though, because it makes you quicker as well. Because
it does. And the reading of the music is good. Yeah.
They brought out a recorder mute.
I saw that. Great idea.
Great idea. But the fife is brilliant. I mean, I know that I cried. But
lots of people don't.
Lots of people don't. And it must be lovely as well to learn. The thing is, I'd already done the recorder. I didn't cry about that.
Yeah.
So I think it was just I felt like I was being fobbed off again.
Yeah. Do you know what? The other thing I thought
is brilliant.
The other thing I thought was really cool about the flute that drew me to it is that you play it sideways, and I just thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Sideways is cool.
Sideways
Crab
is cool.
Style.
Crab style.
I mean, it's a good-looking instrument, isn't it? And it's all shiny. It's like a big piece of jewellery.
Oh, yeah. Accessory.
A giant accessory.
Giant accessory.
Yeah. And it does make a lovely sound, doesn't it? I mean, I don't regret choosing that for my instrument at all.
No way.